Who's this young lady?
This is my god baby, Hazel. Nice. All right, let's do it.
Welcome, Hazel.
Say thank you. I know my mini point guard with her pink princess. Yeah? The crown. The crown. Okay, all right, I'm ready when y'all are.
Tasha, someone who said there's always no leap in panic with this group. How vindicating and how great does a win like that feel going into the break and perhaps the last game without John Paul Jones?
And it feels amazing. You want to go back to mommy? Okay, go ahead. Make it right. Like you'll know what that means. Look, she did that. Yeah. It feels really good. I told you, what was that, a week ago, that there's no panic here, and there truly isn't. I think seasons have ebbs and flows to them, and while we want to be better, we haven't really had the roster to be at our most elite play, but we're getting there, and that's the exciting part. And so to go off with a bang and to finish really strong and have a good win over an Indy squad. Obviously, Caitlin wasn't in the game today, but Indy has proven that they can win also without her with the Commissioner's Cup game. So it's still a very dangerous team with a lot of arsenal. So this is a great win for us to feel confident going into the All-Star break and just to kind of get ourselves flowing.
Tosh, when that three-point shot is going down, you feel just unstoppable on the court and just everything is just going to float away. Yeah. It does with just how no one can stop you going downhill.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I was struggling from the three in about 5 or 6 games. And so, like I said to y'all then, my preparation will eventually show. That doesn't change my mindset. It just means that I just got to just stay the course and it's going to fall. So I'm glad it is falling. Hopefully it falls in the skills challenge too. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, it feels good to be kind of back.
Tosh, talking about threes, just how good is it to see Marine just be so glistening as she was tonight?
Man, MJ is one of my favorite players. I've said that even before I came to New York. The finesse that she plays with, the skill, the flashiness of a one-footer, it's just really cool to see. So for her to kind of gain her confidence too, we put her in a hard position a lot of nights. We give her a green light. We tell her to come in off the bench and shoot that shit. And that's sometimes hard to come in and just automatically produce offense. But I think MJ does a really good job of it. I think we're finding better positions to put her in, and everyone's yelling at her to shoot the ball and stop passing those shots. So we're just really happy to see a confident MJ because a confident MJ makes us overall better.
Jackie?
Tosh, I'm curious, building off on the MJ question, when she hit that final three, it just seemed like...
Y'all saw the smile on her face?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the most reaction I think I've seen all year. We like that.
But then I think that was maybe the second one. But then the last one, when it was, very close to the end of the game, everyone on the bench was just going nuts. And I think it was Sabrina and Stewie, ran over to hug her. What does that reaction say about how the team feels about her?
Man, we love everyone in this locker room. We want everyone to succeed in this locker room. And, again, those sentiments of it's not easy for MJ to come in and just automatically produce offense, everyone knows that sentiment. So the days that it's just really easily falling for her, we're all super confident because we know how tough that is to come in and be an automatic just spark off the bench. We know she has it in her. She's capable of it every single night. But it's just always good to prop your teammates up when those moments do come and make sure that they get their flowers so that confidence carries over.
Izzy's kind of been put in a tough situation, just, trying to fill the void that JJ's left. And just what have you thought about the way that her comfortability out there on the court and what she's being asked to do on a nightly basis? And, the mental hurdles that she's had to overcome with her knee and stuff to be playing, the last 3 games, she's been great, you know?
Man, Izzy is so tough, so relentless. And it's not only just this year. You talk about the mental fortitude that she's had to have over the last 2-3 years of her career, and being traded, going into another situation, getting hurt, coming back, getting hurt again. The months that she spends in the off season just preparing for her body, what she puts her mental through, what she puts her emotional through to get back and kind of be where she is right now, playing really good basketball, putting in really good minutes, battling down there, especially when we do have a void. I'm just really proud of her resilience, and her confidence in herself and understanding who she is. And I think it was like 2 games ago, she took a left-handed layup drive, and it was like same foot, left hand. I was like, I haven't seen you do that since like AU the first year. So even for me, like that's really exciting to see her, because it takes a while to get back to your body after injuries, and especially knee injuries. So to see the work that she's put in with Miss Leslie in the weight room, her body is strong, so she was able to take that scary injury the last few games, and then just her professionalism to get back on the court and be relentless in her pursuit to get back on the court for us, knowing that we're down. I'm just really proud of her overall, and all the rewards that are coming her way right now. She's put in all the work for it.
The line that Brianna put up tonight of 24,
Triple-double for
24
I know.
11, and 7 with 4 blocks. Candace Parker is the only player who's ever done that in WNBA history. What is something that you've learned day to day just playing with Brianna Stewart all season?
Well, first of all, I want to say, where's all that shit that y'all was talking? Because even though I might have not been on the team last year, I know that y'all was some shit talkers. I know that I'm probably the only one on this team that will say something about it, but I'm happy for Stewie, man, because people are really trying to count her out coming into this season, and I think Stewie is one of the best players in the entire world. I've had the luxury to play with a lot of great franchise players, and Stewie is probably the most versatile out of all of them, and I think that just makes her special. But Stewie is like a pro's pro. She comes in every single day. She's the first one in. She's the last one out. She does workouts before we even start our practice, and then even after our practices are done, she's back to working out. She just has a routine, and she's very like dedicated, disciplined to it. And I would be stupid not to give Marta her flowers too, because at home you have to have someone that supports you in that and allows you to do that. And with having 2 kids, I think it's a really special thing that they have, where Marta takes care of everything to allow her to be great for us every single day. So the hours that she puts in is like more than a 9 to 5, so we really appreciate like the whole family. But when you have the head of your snake doing that every single day, and then you follow up with Sab and JJ, and it just trickles down, and it's really cool to see her lead by example every single day.
You came into a situation this year with Brianna, with Sab, with JJ, all that star power. What's been the toughest adjustment kind of integrating into the lineup, into the team?
I think the hardest thing is just finding my spots. You know, my job as a point guard is to put my teammates in successful situations, and that's my job, but I also have to find where I can be successful within those situations as well. So I feel like I'm starting to find the balance of the sweet spot of like getting my teammates going and also having myself be on the offensive end. But yeah, I think that was the biggest adjustment, is like coming in, not trying to step on toes, acclimating to a new offense, a new defense, and doing it while trying to like still be the best version of myself, both on and off the court.
Why did you want to do the skills challenge?
I mean, sometimes you just need your foot in the door, and this is an opportunity. Obviously, I didn't get to be an all-star this season, but this is a way of providing for my family, too, with the potential to win some money and just go have fun at All-Stars. So we're going to Indy. I'm excited. Izzy and I will be there. We'll be able to get some family time in since our family's out there, too, and just be a good weekend, a good few days off, a good reset, and then come back and be ready for the second half.
Are you guys going to the meeting tomorrow?
Yes.
What are your feelings or thoughts heading into that meeting, and what points do you want to kind of get across?
Yeah, I think this is a huge moment for our league. I think it's a huge moment for the players of this league to be actually able to sit down with the W's front office and everyone that is making these decisions. And obviously we weren't happy with the response from the league. It took them 5 months to kind of just like slap us in the face. So I think this is our opportunity to sit down in front of them and for real, like, we're not fucking around. This is a huge CBA for us. We know what we're worth, we know our value, and this is us going and fighting for it, not only for ourselves and our own families, but for the next generation of women to come. This is such a, like, huge moment, pivotal moment in the W's history of the trajectory of where we go moving forward. So the revenue share, y'all gonna share it, period.
Kind of a 2-part question, but in your opinion, what's preventing this team from playing like this every night? And this comes from X, actually. Do you have a shirt guy? Because this is the second time you've worn one of your teammates with this.
Kristen on staff, that's my dog. I just send her the pictures, and then eventually the T-shirts end up to me, so I appreciate you.
So,
the first part, I just think it's intentionality of how we're starting games. I think the more prepared that we feel, the better that we come out. But that's just kind of been our Achilles heel, is starting game strong, starting third quarter strong, and finishing it out. And I think we did a really good job of that today. So that's going to be consistent. We know every night that we're going to get everyone's best game. We have a target on our backs. That's what it. Y'all got any more Izzy questions? Y'all got. You missed me. I was talking you up over here, girl. As I should. You know. Uh huh.
To take it back to the CBA, sorry to get serious and a nice moment, but we talked to Fever players before the game just about kind of the energy going into this meeting tomorrow. How many players do you expect to be there tomorrow, and what has been the communication, not just amongst Liberty players, but like across the league amongst you all about tomorrow's meeting?
Yeah, we're all on the same page. I think this is the special thing about the W is no matter what it is, we always find a common ground and we always find a way to support one another, and understanding how pivotal this moment is for us in this league moving forward, how to provide for our families moving forward. This is a huge moment. I think there's going to be over 20 of us there. I know at least 4 of us from the Liberty will be represented in the meeting, and this is all about business. We're not backing down. We're not scared. Again, we know our value. We know our worth. We know what money is about to be paid with how the trajectory of women's sports in general, but women's basketball in general has been going. So the revenue share part is really big for us, and we're going to continue to push for that.
Thanks, Tosh.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good. I just want to talk to you a little bit about like your evolution in this season, in the terms that like you kind of were put in a really difficult situation, having to help step up in the place of JJ, and you've just gotten more and more comfortable as the season has continued on. What would you like give credit to that's like helped you kind of find your groove?
I just think comfortability. I think that's the main thing for most players. You just got to get comfortable out there and, you know, meshing with the players that you have and just getting reps with them. And I think that comes from like practicing and just going, just feeling comfortable with who's out there. And yeah, I just try to do my job every time I get on the court as well, because I know what I can do as a player, and it sucks that JJ's out, and I'm so happy we get her back very soon. But I know who I am, and I'm going to continue to bring just my fight, my effort, and my energy when I'm on the court.
How would you say that you've grown mentally, like trusting your body again? I know we've talked about that in the past, but like Natasha was saying that, you know, a previous game, like 2 games ago, you drove left and went off your left and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, she liked that.
But I'm sure it's difficult, you know, to learn to trust your knee, especially because you had that little scare.
Yeah, for sure. I think I just give credit to our strength and medical team here. We just have so many resources, so I stay even longer than I probably ever have in the past just to make sure my body just feels ready and strong to go. So I don't even think about it. I may have, you know, a little aches before the game, but I just mentally prepare myself to just play my game, because if you think about it, you might actually end up getting hurt. So I just go into the game and I'm fierce, and I want to be relentless whether my knees bother me or not.
We're just at the halfway mark of your debut Liberty season. So how has New York lived up to your expectations? And in a self-assessment, how have you contributed to the team's first championship defense?
I don't know. I've just always seen New York being like up there. So I think I still have a long way to go. And just the energy and the fans and just the love that has been brought here, I think if anything that makes me want to play even harder no matter what. So I know they're coming off a huge season last year, and we don't want any drop-offs because we want to be able to do the same thing this year. That's our goal. So making sure we handle every game and every possession just to be as good as we can. But halfway through the season, we got a whole other season when we get back, and I just think staying mentally locked in on the bigger picture is going to be our biggest thing.
Izzy, sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm not really sorry. No, I'm just joking. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Never change.
How would you describe the energy going into tomorrow's CBA meeting compared to prior CBA negotiations? Has there been a shift, would you say, in players' energy and just the participation level?
I mean, all players are very locked in. We want the most that we can get right now. So I think a lot of players are just not settling like we did in the past, and we're very much standing on business when we go into this meeting tomorrow. I think we know our worth, and I'm pretty sure a lot of players were probably insulted with the response after waiting 5 months from the league. And I think they know better than that, but with that being their answer, we just have to make sure we're handling our business and we're going in there with very clear goals of what we want, and we're not settling for anything else.
In what ways do you feel like you settled as a league in the past?
I think we just probably got impressed with a number, and I think this CBA, we had such a collective effort from all of our players and opinions about what we want moving forward. This is the most I've been involved in the CBA, and there's been constant communication. So shout out to the union side for getting players to be involved. And I think this meeting is going to be very beneficial because we know what we want going into the meeting. So it's going to be good.
Izzy, building off that energy and effort for the fans, can you take us through that block late in the second quarter, what that felt like to be showered with that applause?
I mean, it was everything. It was everything. I love feeling the Liberty fans whenever I'm just out there on the court, which, again, it just pushes me to do more. So I didn't want to get a foul, so I was like, let me just see if I can get this volleyball block from the back. So I had her when she was going up. But I think a player like Aaliyah, she's so physical. So being able to try to time it in the right way, that's just what I've been trying to do. And it's been big on – I've been emphasizing my post defense a lot these past couple games, especially with JJ being out. So I'm just glad I'm building on that momentum.
Tied for season high with 9 blocks as a team tonight. What'd you make of that entire team effort, especially because there has been so much talk about that interior defense these last couple of weeks without JJ?
Yeah. I mean, our Olaf, he's been drilling it into our heads to be, help side and being in the MIG. And, until it comes to habit, he has to keep just being on us like he has been. So I think now we're just running just to run. We're going to make sure we're going to be in help side, and you get results like that because you see the effort and the energy that comes from us defensively.
Sorry. I didn't know if you were finished talking. How much of today's game was just kind of like putting like a punctuation on the first half of the season and making sure that you were ending on like a high note as a team?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it before we went out into the court. Like, we have to make sure we, again, end on a high note before we go into this All-Star break. We want everybody to enjoy themselves when they're in Indy as well. And, yeah, we're going to Indy, so I didn't want to lose to Indy tonight. So, honestly, but I think it's going to – we solidify this half of the season, and now going into the second half, we have momentum and just very clear goals on what we need to do.
Izzy, to bounce off that question a little bit, Taj said over the past few weeks there was, quote, no bleeping panic over what had transpired without Jonquel. So how rewarding was it to end it on what's arguably your most complete effort of the season?
I think that just goes into our depth and what we have as a team. I hate that we don't have JJ right now because she affects the game, like, insanely. But, of course, I want her to be healthy, first and foremost. So we, as, players coming off the bench, we have to make sure we step up for her. So I think that's why Tosh said we don't have any panic. We have people that can fill in for her and fill in for Stewie, fill in for Sab, whoever it is, fill in for Leo. Like, we have a complete team, and we're almost officially fully healthy. So that's why I'm looking forward to this break. I'm looking forward to JJ coming back, and like Tosh said, we're not worried.
Finish for Jackie.
Izzy, I'm curious, obviously Marine had a huge night tonight, and, I know you've gotten close to her and have developed an on-court chemistry with her. Yeah. So what was it like for you to just, see her have the evening she had?
I love Marine. We bicker like sisters sometimes. But honestly, it's a cool relationship. That I've got to learn her and just kind of grow with her. We have our lockers next to each other, so we talk often. And I think we always constantly make eye contact with each other. And when she's out there on the court, it's someone that I make sure I screen for. Her and Sab, I just always make sure I'm headhunting for them. And I want to get Marine involved as much as I can because that's my job as a screener. And she constantly rewards me by looking for me on the rolls. So, yeah, playing with a player like Marine, you never know what to expect. And she definitely keeps you on your toes. So I'm really happy that I've been able to have this experience with a player like her.
Besides maybe turnovers or playing a little bit loose there, that you think you could have improved on tonight?
I think I got too many easy points. There's like a drive to the basket, there's no help side, or I don't know, just a punch in and just an easy 2 points for their posts. I think sometimes we break down a little bit on defense.
Building off of that, Niara, especially in the first half, I just felt like she was really helping to make sure that Leah didn't get the looks that she usually gets. I guess, what did you make of what she was able to do defensively and just sort of as she builds up, from being out with her knee?
Yeah, she's just showing a tiny part of what she can do. I know her for so long, and she's so much better than what she's showing, so just, waiting for her to get out of her shell, to be more confident out there so she can really have the impact that I want her to have.
Do you sort of see that progression? I mean, have you seen it?
Yeah, it kind of depends on game to game, how she's feeling. If you're not 100%, it's just tough out there because you're not going to get anything easy. So it just kind of depends on her body.
Is it a linear thing, or do you think it's like she might focus on her defense for a matchup or try to go downhill against a specific thing?
Yeah, I think her focus is defense always because she has a really tough matchup every night. Like the fives in this league are a really, really good player. So, and then, if she gets like some easy shots on offense, Sab finding her under rolls, and then she finally taking shots that are open. It's just a confidence thing for her, I think.
Satu just pulled out of the All-Star game. I don't know if you saw that.
Really?
Yeah. I guess what's your reaction? I guess you clearly haven't talked to her yet.
No.
Yeah.
I guess she's still injured now with her ankle, so smart decision.
Marine obviously had a big night, and it's been, I guess, sometimes a struggle for her to get going. I guess just what does an evening like this mean to someone like her who's going to be important for you guys moving forward?
I don't think it's a struggle for her to get going. I think teams are really focused on her when she's on the court, so actually that's a compliment, and it gets everybody else open. So them being aggressive on her, it helps us to get going and get some easy points. So I feel like sometimes she's really frustrated with herself when she's not hitting shots, but she really has to understand that she's bringing so much to us and so much attention, so she opens up the floor a lot.
Do you think you guys have sort of been pouring into her about that? Has that been like a recent focus?
Of course. Yeah.
First quarter tonight, it felt like you guys were trying to just push the pace and get Indiana on their heels. Is that just team second half of a back-to-back mentality, or is that just where you guys have been trying to get to play your best basketball in the open court?
Yeah, a little bit of both. We knew that last game we didn't come out with a great mindset, and them going back-to-back. I know we know the situation. We never want to play against a team on the second day and they're going to run and play fast, so just both.
What are your All-Star break plans?
I'll stay here, have a friend coming, just enjoy the city.
Very nice. How much have you gotten to see, or is this really more going to be an opportunity to get to see the stuff that happens?
Yeah, I've done some tourist stuff last year, but New York is huge, so there's a lot to do. We'll find something for sure.
Leonie, just want to ask you, when you see Marine small like that on the court, what's that like when she's making that three, and how you feel when you see her have that energy like that?
Yeah, I just said that, but Marine helps us, like, whether she scores or not. She draws so much attention. So it's just great to have her on the court and then confident, those shots will fall, they won't, but it's important that she takes them, and it makes us better.
And when you see Naira play the defense that she plays tonight against Aaliyah, and just in general, let's talk about how just really a team player she is, just like you.
Marine?
No, when Naira was playing defense, the play she was on Aaliyah today.
Yeah, Niara is really improving her defense. It's her third year, so she knows tendencies. She's studying film. She's really putting her body on the line for us every night. So just super proud of her, and just cannot wait what she's doing next.
So this season between Germany and national team, you play with close nations, whether it's Emily Bessois or Luis Soda or Frida Buhn in Germany, Brianna Stewart and others here. Do you think that some of the principles of player development that shows up differ from Germany to here, or do you think it's pretty much the same?
It's definitely not the same. The quality I have around here is just a lot better, but Team Germany is really young. We're trying to get there. It takes some time, and we're really not experienced on that level, on the highest level, so just for those players to collect those minutes on that level really helps us. And then also them growing individually will help us for sure.
Anything else, Jack?
Yes. Obviously, it's been a tough period of time without JJ, but you guys have really worked through it. I'm just curious how you think Sandy's leadership as a coach has, I guess, contributed to allowing you all to just, stay focused and not panic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, she has that, what she always say, never get too high, never get too low, right? That's really who she is and what she does. She's really solution orientated. She's not, looking at the problems or at the past or what went wrong. She's really like, okay, what can we do to solve this? And like last game, putting Stuya on the one, she's just really, experienced. She knows her players really well, puts them in good spots. So just happy to play for a coach like that.
Besides basketball, what would be your favorite sport that you enjoy?
Oh God,
What
a question.
Yeah, let's mix it up. Would it be football?
No, God, no. Probably volleyball, beach volleyball.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
And that gives you just joy of just watching the sport and just seeing how beach volleyball is.
Yeah, I've been into tennis lately, so. Those games are just 4 hours long. I don't know if I would,
Yeah.
I would last. Yeah.
Carlos Alcaraz recommend, in terms of him and Iga Swiatek. So.
No, they're really great players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back to Sandy. I guess I'm just curious how compared to all the other coaches you've played for, what stands out when it comes to who she is and how she does things on and off?
I would say she's just a really great person. She's not gonna tell you something and then talk behind your back, or she's really gonna be honest with you. And she's seen a lot of stuff. Like, she's been a player on the highest level. She's coached for so many years. So I feel like her experience, I can really learn from that. And I feel like she has made me, like the whole coaching staff and her together has made me better last year and will continue to make me better.
And one final one for me, the museum outside. Did you like how you had the image and Jonathan's words about you?
I haven't been there yet.
Oh, really?
No, I haven't been there yet.
You haven't seen it yet so far?
No.
Over the break.
Yep, I highly
Maybe not.
Get away from here.
Yeah.
I highly recommend, because JK is just, he gave you some really lovely words.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I might need to go.
One more question. You talked about the German friendship and right now overseas you have a lot of youth competitions going on, FIBA U18, 2019 World Cup. As someone who's been in that position now, playing with the WNBA, maybe what are some words of advice you have for the next generation of trying to see players like you as a role model?
Great question. I would say this generation nowadays, they're so focused on offense, how many points they score, it's the stat line, like that kind of stuff. But what really makes you be on the court is your defense. If you're a good defensive player, the coach is going to leave you on the court and you're going to play some minutes, even though if you're not as skilled on offense. But if you bring that like grit, that energy on defense, I feel like that's really valuable to coaches. So just having that in mind when you approach games or seasons.
You talked about how Sandy and the staff have made you better. I guess what are examples of that?
I guess just this season for sure is pouring confidence into me and just telling me to shoot more, to be more aggressive, and and overall I feel like just I've been working with Zach a lot on my skills, individual skills. He went to Spain to work with me, so just the investment of that is just really cool to have, like somebody to lean on and just ask questions and debate games and stuff like that.
Marine, so basically for a team that had sent a message of we're not panicking at this point, how rewarding was it to win a game like this, perhaps your most complete effort of the season?
Yes, I think it was an important game for us. Also, before the break, like you always want to do good, like you always want to play like hard and like win, like and like that you can leave on a break and feel better. Yeah. So I think we were ready. The starting five had a great first quarter, and I think it helped us to get more into the game.
Is that your favorite Jordan shirt of many, or is that your favorite MJ shirt there, MJ?
I feel like every Jordan shirts are nice, so I don't know.
When you have that 5th goal and you're smiling on the court, what's your whole thoughts of just, your performance on both ends of the court?
Feels good to like see like our shot to get in. It's not like that every night, but I'm trying my best. But yeah, it feels good. Like I feel just the mood of the team was great tonight, and we had a great game as a team.
What's it been like working with Andrew Wade this season? He wasn't there when you were here 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like I really appreciate him. He's kind of my therapist sometimes. Like we talk a lot and like we share stuff. So it's really nice to have someone like that. Before it was okay. It was Zach, and now it's Andrew. So yeah, I'm really happy to like he's my coach of the season. So I'm working out with him, and we talk a lot and we share some stuff. Like I said, he knows Stephanie also, so it was like good to like find another person.
Oh, it was in Dolson. Duh.
Yeah.
Why did I was like, Stephanie, of course. Have you saw her when?
Her, yeah.
Yes. Are you excited for when they come back?
Yeah, I talked with her this afternoon actually. Like we are still best friends.
You guys did that dance when you guys went to Washington, right?
What did you say?
You guys did that dance?
The TikTok.
The TikTok.
Yeah.
Kennedy is jealous over.
I know she was talking about that during 3 days, so I had to do it. Yeah.
You're gonna join the Kennedy Bird TikTok?
Oh no, I'm not sure.
Oh no.
I'm joking.
I think it was either Isabel or Tosh who said when you hit that last three and you were greeted by Sav and Brianna off the bench, you had the biggest smile she had ever seen. So what has given you joy in this recent stretch, and what's given you joy in this season as a whole?
Well, like I said, just the game was, I think, a great game for us as a team. Playing also against Indiana is never easy. Like we lost 2 games against them already, so I think we were really focused. And like I said, the mood was great. Everyone was playing really well. I think Sandy was happy about everyone. So yeah, I feel like just the game in general was a great game, great moment.
I guess I'm just curious, what it feels like for you when you you're seeing them all go in. How much fun are you having, and how do you sort of describe the feeling that you have?
I feel like it's always fun also because of the fans. Like it's just so loud here. It's not like that everywhere. It's not like that in France or in Turkey where I played. So like sometimes you have just to enjoy the moment, and yeah, that's it. It feels great.
Maybe to take it away from New York right now, you have a lot of the FIBA competitions going on overseas, the U18s, U19s, U20s. France is obviously a team that looks to want to be competitive. Do you have any advice for some of the next generation coming up that see you as a role model?
Well, I just feel like when we are older now, like we don't forget those moments. Like it's like you have great teammates. You don't know if you are going to play with them like in the future, but it's always good to have just fun with people from like in your age. So just like enjoy the process, and yeah, it's always like playing for like us from friends. Like for friends, it's something special. It's always like pressure on us because we are like we know we are a great nation. But yeah, it's a lot of work, but also we have to enjoy this moment.
What are you doing over the break? Are you going to stay here, go to Indy?
I'm going to Indy.
And I know there is a CBA meeting going on. Do you plan on going to that? Is that something you're interested in?
I'm interested to know like what will happen, but I will let Stewie and Izzy go.
Speaking of Izzy, she said that the two of you like bicker like sisters. I guess, she said that your locker is next to hers. Yeah. Why, I guess, what is it about her that, that you guys have that relationship?
Well, for sure, being next to her in the locker room, it's helping me, and I feel like her and Tasha are really like helping me, like just being like about how can I say, like talking more, like a little bit more. Izzy is always talking to me, asking me questions about everything, like, and I feel like also we have a good connection on court. So yeah, it's always fun to like find someone like that in a team, and I enjoy her like off the court and on court. So it's something great.
You want to finish with Francois?
Ouais, bonsoir Marine. Aujourd'hui, vous êtes rentrée dans le top 10 des meilleures shooteuses à 3 points des New York Liberty. Qu'est-ce que ça représente pour vous et tout le travail que vous avez fourni pour arriver à ce niveau à 3 points?
Bon, je savais pas, mais c'est sympa. C'est vrai qu'ici, il y a pas mal de records à chaque fois. Ils nous sortent des trucs qu'on n'est même pas au courant. Donc c'est assez spécial. Donc voilà, je trouve ça cool. Ouais, c'est vraiment cool.
Et surtout en plus le dernier panier à 3 points, quand vous avez vu la joie de Sabrina et Stewie, quand vous avez marqué, qu'est-ce que ça fait pour vous de voir des joueuses à ce niveau être contente pour vous de mettre des paniers à 3 points pour l'équipe?
Moi, je pense que, comme je disais encore, c'était un peu le mood de l'équipe qui était vachement positif ce soir. Et je sais que dès qu'il y a des bonnes actions, elles vont toujours être là à nous soutenir et à nous faire un peu être contente, quoi. On voit Tash qui est souvent à faire des célébrations. Donc c'est assez sympa d'avoir des coéquipières comme ça.